Alright, so mates, um, we're going to be talking about how I started playing this game and all. Honestly, it's kind of weird to me because I wouldn't really usually play games like this. Just from like the intro itself, I probably would have just not felt in tune with this game. I wouldn't have. But how I started playing this game was actually lovely. Man, I hate double tasking. Alright, so how I started playing this game. I had started off in realm 89, and this realm, ironically, was actually a no PvP zone. And by PvP zone, I meant even in FFA. There was no zeroing in or outside of FFA. In FFA, all you could do was go to hospital cap maximum. It was a great realm, in my opinion. It was really well handled. They tried their hardest to hold a grass, but then we merged into 89, and it wasn't bad, right? We still had the same rules, just PvP in FFA and all that. It was still new to me. I had left my original alliance because I can't remember why. I'm pretty sure there were some problems that I had because I was a huge realm chat troll and I had a big mouth. So I had left my alliance, which is one of the highest alliances. I did end up joining another really high alliance then, and they welcomed me with open arms. But at some point, I got bored of it, and me and a mate, the mate and me actually had a fallout a while ago. So it's a terrible thing to see, but the dude kind of backstabbed me. We made our little own alliance, and I actually had grown a little alliance in realm 88. And just fast forwarding, there was FFAs. I did some videos where like my old alliance actually came and gangbanged me. It was great. We had a great time. Like they knew I was online, of course. That's why they sent their bad dragons to do it, so I wouldn't be getting screwed. But at the time, I thought I was doing wonderful because I was bloated and I had a decent defense, or at least that's what I assumed I had. It was a great time back in that round. But then at some point, I actually met Timmy, and a lot of you may know the dude. He's right there in clan chat. You see, right here, Timmy. He's actually a dude who I had met multiple people before then, but this dude was actually my pushover. We talked, and he convinced me somehow to leave my alliance and come. I don't know, zero some people. And I just zeroed some people, and I think it was LPP. They had an alliance with LVC or something like that, and they were both French alliances. We actually made over half the alliance quit the game. It was it was terrible, but at the same time, it was like the most lovely thing I've ever seen. I never wanted to go back to Farmville life. I had only really trolled in realm chat, so I was still a weak account. I had rushed Town Hall 25. I think I had T4 at the time. I was hitting like 3 billion, maybe less. So then I ended up actually getting zeroed, which is unfortunate. I had zeroed a ton of people, and then my mom took my phone. You know why? It was because my door was closed, and she doesn't like that. Now she doesn't do it anymore, of course. But I lost 2 million tier 3. I was like, yo, that sucks. And I thought I would have had a bigger reaction, but I didn't, of course. So I had actually ended up moving to realm 90, and that was the beginning of my path. So through those realms, I was zeroing. I was learning how to zero. I was learning as I went, of course. Like I learned split marches, I think in realm 90 or 92 maybe, and after that realm, I had slowly began, to learn how to do PvP. I already had, I think, 20, 30 mil kills by that time. I don't know, maybe it was probably less than that, to be honest. And I moved into realm 92. I think 90, my 90 clan actually kicked me from the alliance because they had horny girls who wanted to share their, but they didn't want no minor in the Discord chat. So it was kind of hurtful, but of course I got past it. And as I went, I slowly became more addicted to the PvP life. And I'm pretty sure it was like 95. Yeah, it was 95,000. I actually had, that was when I hit 100 million kills. It was wonderful. I think I had 50 million kills in the realm before that. I had actually just started making a little name for myself. A lot of people do know my name out here. I'm not trying to say that as a cocky thing. I'm just saying in general because it is true. It does go through realms now these days. But I remember back then I had slowly made a name for myself. Maybe it was because we were big blabbermouths in Realm Chat or something. I had like 50 mil something kills. I think I was like first or second in kills. I remember I was second after Kook after a while because I don't know. He ended up surpassing me. I finally passed him back, but Kook hasn't even PvP'd in months, so it's kind of crazy that he's been in front of me for so long. It was a lovely realm. I made a lot of enemies, a lot of friends there, and I started moving to the next realm, and my name actually had started getting spread a little bit more. I hit 100 million kills. I was 800 million might. It was lovely. I had met S&S, which unfortunate events ended up getting me kicked because I was saying I didn't like the SM event, and they were saying no crybabies. So I mean, it's whatever. It's done over. But I ended up getting kicked from my alliance. I remember one of these events in that realm where I was helping Riley, this dude suffering, one of my mates now again. It seemed that he had dropped my allies, but apparently he didn't drop my allies to this dude. He was joking around. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I was the one who was in the wrong here, and we actually had fought for this long for nothing. I had helped Rally zero him in realm 99, I think. No, 99. It was 90. It was 95 actually. Yeah, it was 92 that 000 was in. Sorry, but I had actually. Oh yeah. So I hit 95, and I had met those guys, and it was crazy. I had made That's when I definitely had a name more out for myself. I had grown to much bigger size. I think my hit was around 15 billion, maybe. I remember I was watching back on a video. I was hitting these guys. We were kind of fighting it out. My BFA was way lower though. I don't. Most of my hit comes from my BFA. My it's not really my research because my research is kind of garbage. I remember I had a full out war with TW from 92 to 95 for a while because we had a disagreement. And I wanted an apology, honestly, and I finally got it right before I moved out. We met back up in 99. I joined their alliance. It was a great alliance. The guys were lovely. All the people were great. It was terrible that I had zeroed countless members of them before. We had met insane monsters named Limsley, Cloud, those guys. A lot of y'all probably will know them because Limsley was an absolute beast, but he gave his account away to somebody. It's pretty sad, He finally friended me back on Discord. We talked a bit, but he never friended me. It was But I remember Cloud actually had tried to fight me multiple times in that realm. Not really fight me, just sat beside me swarming my empty castle. I was scared that an ally would sell, but lucky for me, an ally never sold when that happened. Cloud, I think Cloud backed down whenever we started hitting back at their alliance, because really I like to have a neutral agreement sometimes where don't hit me, I won't hit you guys, and Cloud was really not feeling that agreement at the time, but I guess Cloud just didn't like me hitting their alliance, so he obviously stopped hitting me, which was lovely for me. I could PvP and roam free without a problem. Limsley would stay out of my business, which was great. He's a great man. Great personality. Love the dude. I end up moving again, which was to realm 104. I had mainly been inactive in that realm because I joined a PvE alliance named QVP, and I did actually play a bit. I did come back after a while. Like I was like drifting away, but I had actually came back for the guy I mentioned earlier suffering because I heard he was playing again, and I wanted to zero him, but we made out stuff. But I had zeroed a few dudes, and I got my little bloodlust for PvP right back, meaning that I was back on a path to freedom. So eventually, I ended up moving 1 or 2 weeks later. No, like 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks later into this realm, and as you know, everything that's been happening now, of course, Top Alliance hates me. They hate my videos, making them look like total imbeciles, and harassing a kid, or quote unquote kid, wouldn't really look the best, obviously, mostly when you're saying stuff like, oh, Crimpy, his dad creamed on his face, like, chill out, man. That's actually insanely inappropriate when you're like 30-40-year-old people trying to say that to a minor who's 15 years old. 15 years old. It's actually completely inappropriate. If you guys think that that dude in the background who was on my home screen was me, that's my mate Brayden. That's not me. I hope you guys can get that cleared out. If you would want a face reveal to, like, so y'all could see one day, you know, maybe, but the day I monetize my channel, I'll do a face reveal, all right? Because I know you guys, I know a lot of people, for some reason, I don't know, y'all, a lot of people have been interested in what I look like, but you know, I like to hold off on that because I don't like showing my face around. You know, obviously, that's just me. That's about it. I mean, my first round was actually completely lovely. I met my mate Preston there. I met a ton of great people in my first realm in the merge. You know, lasting friendships. A lot of wars have gone on since then. I've slowly worked on my BFA since then. I'm not a spender, so of course I can't just snap my fingers and have, you know, decent allies. This has happened over time. That's why stripping really hurts me. That's why after I got stripped by Luck in 104, that was a total pain. It was 400 million gold. Sorry, 600 million. I saved 400 million gold. It was completely terrible. But you guys see a lot of the videos as I slowly grow from there. It's great. I hope you guys did love this video. I hope you guys just like it, because I know a lot of people wanted to know how. Some people asked what my origin story was, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not really too interesting, but I guess when you look at it from your point of view, it's kind of crazy how I've grown from a dude who knew nothing about the game to a dude who knows a lot about the game. You know, I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent dude, but I am not the most idiotic guy. I've learned as I played. You know, people taught me things. Like I was in Rome. I think it was no, it was 90. I was zeroing, and some dude said, "Why don't you send split marches?" And I said, "What's that?" And he said, "Look, do it. Hit right over the thing, so you can send multiple marches. The deaths are gonna be the same." He was right. So it was great to learn from people as I went along. You know, they taught me what I know, so I could teach everybody else what I know, because nobody really does that. One, because nobody wants to reveal their secrets and all their. But I'm not really worried about that. You guys can know all my secrets. Besides my allies, you know, a lot of people probably have ally bots to see all my allies, but I don't really mind, as I'm not gonna give out my allies like freely. Of course, you know, I don't want to just give myself a reason to get stripped. But as I said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys did find it information. Well, it's not informational, but I hope you guys did enjoy it, because that's just how I started the game. You know, I was completely clueless. I didn't know how allies worked for months, actually. I had actually just trained troops whenever some dude beat me. I just pushed a bunch of troops so I could beat him in a battle. I had a ton of. I mean, it's not like I didn't not have a ton of gold. I got a ton of gold looted off me. I just never knew how to use it, you know. But I hope you guys did enjoy that. And peace out. You know, you guys can, yeah, enjoy your days, and don't let this Corona thing keep you guys down. Peace out.